guys, Rick Shaw here on the 29th of January 2022. We got a fairly blue sky today. Not doing my walk. My back is really hurting. I've been trying to stretch this out and get going, but it's not working too good. So I'm on my butt today. But we're going to have a power outage for 12 hours, till like 6 tonight. The power's out. So I don't know when this will go up. I'll see if I can load it through the data. I'll keep it relatively short. A lot of stuff going on here. We haven't tried to get in the SM, but we're hearing reports of people without a jab card aren't getting in. And honestly, guys, if you ask me, they have to be in on it. I mean, this is a corporation. They're smart. So somebody's giving them money to keep these people out, because they don't keep people out. They don't keep people out because they want that money. So somebody has to be paying them to keep them out. They don't keep people with tuberculosis or hepatitis out, guys. They don't do anything like that. It's just these damn cards that they got to have now. So somebody's paying them off to do this. They're not stupid. They're not going to shoot themselves in the foot. So, are they part of this globalist thing? They have to be. They get up above you, they get rich, and all of a sudden you become a peon to these people. There's no other way to look at it, guys. There's just no other way. So they're going to keep you out. They're going to keep you out of this. These higher-ups here in this country, you watch this senator guy that talks. He's so worried about all the other countries. It's like they're followers instead of leaders. That's just my opinion. I'm just looking at this as an outsider. So I don't know their game plan here. But it does get me that, I have been inside the mall where you've seen even outside the door with his little cup to beg. You see a dude that's 20 years older looking than he should be, and his eyes are yellow. He's sickly as heck, and he's putting his hands on you because he wants you to give him money outside the door of these stores. They don't stop him. They don't help him. They don't do anything with him. But boy, they're going to give you this free job at a hut, guys. Oh, it's free or whatever. Just crazy. But also I wanted to say to you guys, sorry, I don't know what's going on with YT. They're on me like you wouldn't believe, but I've been, like, I got up this morning, I was looking at the news, and I go to YouTube, and I had, I don't know, it must have been about 30 comments. 15 of them were removed. As soon as I click on them, they're just removed. I don't know what the heck. Maybe you're going to have to start typing using that little A with the circle, or start doing it in code, because this is just getting too stupid. Why is YouTube so afraid of? Supposedly, I only got 3,100 subscribers. Why are they so afraid of me? Why are they so afraid of any kind of truth that I might put out or not? They say, oh, like this last time, it was false news and all this stuff. No, this is all public stuff I put out. These are doctors and stuff. I put things out and links in there. So they're so full of crap it isn't funny. These you look at these, like the Pope just got on there and he was praising the fact checkers. No, he was praising the people that are taking away any kind of freedom of speech. That's what he's praising. And he's telling you got to get a jab. You can try to go to the Vatican where he's the ruler, I guess. $1,700 fine if you don't got this. So it's all a bunch of baloney. They're all in on this, guys. They're all in on this. The world, there are a bunch of these pedos there. So, and the other thing too that's I think is starting to get censored. They've been putting stuff on here about Telegram being, the dude who runs it. He's a MK Ultra guy and it's no good, blah, blah, blah. I don't know about that yet, but I do know something that's been going on here for a little while. A lot of articles that I go to look at, you can't open them and you can't see the little picture. They blur it out, and it's a lot of them. It's getting more and more every day. I saw some interesting ones this morning before the power got out. I was up at about 3, and you can't open them. There's nothing you can do to look at these articles. So something's up with Telegram also. And then we see old Biden. He's on a round the nation tour to to push his 666. I mean, Build Back Better. It's a B, and if you look at it, it kind of looks like a 6. So he's trying to push his 666 thing, and he goes to Pittsburgh. Morning, baby. He goes to Pittsburgh, and the bridge collapses. Okay. Now, did they do that? I mean, think about it. They took Twin Towers down. So did they take this down to try to get people of the Pittsburgh area to sway his way to push for this thing? And all it is a big money laundering scheme for these guys. All this money that they're just taking, they're devaluing the dollar. If Biden got on there and said that the reason why inflation's happening, 1/3 of it's because you're driving a car. I mean, these guys they're going off their rocker, guys. I'm just. I don't know, just crazy. But another thing I saw was they got a Arizona guy. He's putting forth a law saying that you should have either a passport or naturalization papers or some really good ID in order to vote in the election. Yet these libs are all saying, no, you can't do that. But yet they want you to have a jab card. You have to have a jab card. Okay, that doesn't say whether. So they want all these illegals that are pouring, and call them what they are. Don't call them undocumented immigrants. Bull crap. Immigrants go the way. I knew a bunch of people that were to become immigrants, and they did their green card. They did all their stuff. They paid all their stuff, and then they swore in and became citizens, and they leave their country, and they assimilate into America. These people don't want to assimilate. They want the free money. They're going to vote for people who give them free money. They ain't never going to stop doing that until the people that are working just say, you know what, heck with this. I'm joining that side. I'm not going to work. Why should I work for this when they're taking a huge amount of my money and I can't even make it? So everybody will go on this, and that's when it fails. Socialism works until you run out of somebody else's money. That's been said for a long time. But I do want to say about our little shakes. The day we picked her up, and we've only had her, I don't think it's been 2 months, short of 2 months. I gave her a first wormer on the 13th, and that was right after we got her. So we got her early in December. So, maybe the 7th. I think about the 7th of December. So we got her, and she was 1 kilo. We put her on a scale. She was 1 kilo. She's 4 kilos now, just a little bit over 4 kilos. So she's really growing and thriving here. She's fast as lightning now. She's somebody had mentioned she was in her terrible twos, and they're right about that. She's going good, but she's getting better at listening. We're working on her to get to sit. I want to get her on stay. We're slowly working on that. She's just so excitable now, and I've noticed that the dogs that are a little bit calmer, they're easier to train, but she's so excitable, you got to wind her down first. And the trick with a dog like her is you got to play with her. You have to tussle with her. You have to wrestle with her. In the morning, it's a wrestle fest, all of us with her. So we do that, and then she calms down, and then we're working on her sit. And she's starting to get it. She sat for the first time today without me putting my hand on her to push her down. So she's going to get it. She's slowly getting it. But you got to remember, she's just 3 months old. So, but she's a beautiful little pup. And we love her to death. We just love her to death. But we hope that with this, they seem to be lightening the restrictions here for people coming in and tourism and all that. But hey, guys, don't bank on this. Don't put 1 penny down on anything yet. Do not do it, because you know how it works here. This could change in 1 second. And then we had a fellow we know. He was telling us about, he had the law, that 11525 law, and he brought it with him saying, hey, you can't do it. And they said, oh, no, but the LGU said so. So that's the way it's going to be. They may do this quarantine where you're going to, if you come in, you're going to do a quarantine locally at your own place or something like this, and then you could get slapped on by an LGU, and they could put some draconian measure on you. That's what they do. That's what they do here. They got, it's like what I said about the speed bumps, guys. This is just how they do it here. They gotta be in control and in charge here. It doesn't matter how low they are on the totem pole. They all want to be that little dictator. I remember years ago there was one Filipino. This is back in the 80s, and I don't know what was going on, but he had this monstrously big hat. I mean, he was, I don't know, and he had all these medals on his thing. He was some kind of military guy, and that's how these guys get. I mean, they gotta have the biggest and the best, and they gotta put their boot on your neck harder than anyone else, and it's a shame. And there's all kinds of information coming out, and this will be the last country to pull out of this, I'm betting. And will they change their mind 15 times today? Probably. That's just the nature of this here. And these stores, S&M, the big mall. Okay. They're cutting off their nose to spite their face. They don't want people coming in shopping. Look how much I go in there and spend. I go into S&M and I'll spend $30,000 at a pop at the grocery store. And that's not just Watson's and the other places I go to. That it's not. But they're going to bar me from entering because I don't have this job, and these people that have it can still catch it and pass it. What's their game plan? And they could care less about TB or Hep. They don't care about that. And that kills far more people than this thing ever did. Now you're going to see numbers going up, though, I think. You're going to see numbers going up. I'm looking at, they just had a big thing on. I watched kind of a long video about these embalmers and what they're starting to find. Not only are they finding, way more clots than is normal, but they're finding this white fibrous thing that's hard to pull apart and sticky. That's in the veins and arteries. And they're putting it out on the table. They're filming this stuff. They're showing it that they've never seen this before. Some of these guys had 30, 40 years and said they've never seen it in all their years of doing it. So that's on Telegram. If it'll show up. I went to 3 or 4 of them before I got. It was they'll put a news article up and somebody will get it, and more people will just keep adding it to the same feed that I get. And I went through 3 or 4 of them before it would play because it looked kind of interesting. The picture was a little bit blurred out, but I'm like, oh, what's that? And they were talking to him, do you think it's like a worm or something? And the guy said, no, he never saw him moving or anything like that, but he said it looked like a heartworm that was in there. But, he didn't say it was worms or anything like that. But what is it? What is happening to people because of this thing that they're getting? And, they keep saying that anything you put out against this is all fake news, and they're still doing it in a lot of places. They don't want you saying anything about it. But why is it that there's doctors all over the world, virologists, there's all kinds of people coming out and saying, hey, you better take a closer look at this, and is it a one world order thing going on? Look at it close, guys. Look at it real close. I just hope that many people don't get sick from this, but I just saw this is going up in numbers. There were some women that are going to have a baby, and a lot of women when they go to have a baby, they'll quit smoking, they'll quit, they'll do things because they don't want that baby getting sick. Okay, well, some of these women are saying, okay, we want the Jabba the Hutt, but we're not going to take it till the baby's born. Okay, so that's what they're doing. And then because they're good mothers, they don't know that this thing can possibly be damaging. They start breastfeeding their kids, and now the babies are getting sick from that. Rashes, sickness, puking, and the numbers are going up. The numbers are going way up on this. But look at the insurance companies. If you want to see some information on this thing, how their numbers, they're saying these numbers are going up so high that this is far beyond normal. It's an event. It's this huge event. So you gotta really look at this. Morning, bub. How you doing?
Good.
We're gonna have I made some spicy spaghetti yesterday, and the kids seemed to like it. It was a little bit spicier than normal, but they were sucking it up. And then my daughter says, "Oh, make it like that all the time." So the kids here, they like the spicy. But there's him loving his little puppy dog. These kids love that little puppy dog. They hug her and treat her really good, and she's got a pretty good home here. We're gonna give her egg today. I weighed her because I'm thinking of giving her a shot of wormer. She got a hold of I don't know why she did this, but she got a hold of a dog turd, and was getting ready to eat it, and I got her away from it. Somebody's dog crapped over there, and of course you could see worms in it. I don't know whose dog, but they let it crap right in the street. So we go out. I got to go out with a scooper, even though she's going in the grass and stuff. I still got to go out with a scooper and clean up other people's dog dirt, which is kind of a bummer. That's just what they do here, though, in the Philippines. It's never going to stop. You're never gonna stop people letting their dogs out running around pooping, So and the chickens and all that. I've been here 10 years, and it's never changed. It never will. I seriously doubt it. It never will. And complaining doesn't do anything. Talking to people really doesn't do much. Now, the one fella we did talk to about his dog, and I just went and told him. I said, "Look, this thing's coming up and growling at my kids when we're walking. You need to put him up." And he was really cool about it. He put it on a leash. He comes over and talks to us all the time. Real nice guy. And he takes him with the leash all the time. He keeps him penned up. So there are some really good sorts. And the dog's not so bad anymore. You can actually go up and pet him now. When he's walking him on the leash, because he's not so isolated. And these dogs around here, I wanna, even if it makes your hands sticky, I wanna pet them. I wanna get to know them in case if they get loose. I don't want them attacking us or chewing my kid's face off. I remember when I was in grammar school, my one buddy's sister got her face chewed off by a dog. A stray dog came in, and she didn't know any better. She was just a little older than a toddler, walking and playing with the kids, and the dog just came up and chewed her face off. And she'll never be right. Her face is just still to this day is mangled, and the poor girl never got married. Her face got so messed up, and they didn't have the money back then to those people to fix it. And the people whose dog it was, "Oh, not my dog." That's just, and here, that's what they'll do. We've seen people that were driving along down the road on their motorcycle. Dog runs out, they hit it, they wipe out their motorcycle. Nobody owns that dog. Not mine. That's what they'll do. That's just what they'll do here. And there's so many of these really sickly, on death's door dogs that are still cruising around with all kinds of sicknesses. Most folks won't do anything to worm them when they're pups. When we were just over Tatai's, and we really like Tatai, but those dogs over there will probably never see wormer their entire life. And those pups that we saw over there are full of worms. And does anybody really pet and play with these dogs? No, that's not what you do with dogs here. You just have them so they bark and make noise, and I don't understand the point of them sometimes. I always like to have them as like my alarm or something. If things go bad, I actually had some guys bust into my place years and years ago, and my pit bull attacked them and helped me out. That's what I want them for. And now this little pup that we have here too, she's going to go after somebody. She's getting bigger. She's getting long. I underestimated how big I thought she was going to get. She's going to get a lot bigger than I thought. She's real strong. And I don't think she's going to let anybody mess with us. I really don't. She's very protective of her family, and we love her to death. We did pray for a good dog. I'm not kidding you. Many days I prayed to the good Lord that we'd get a good one. I was patient, and finally one came our way, and we're really lucky to have her. And she's with us. She's a house dog. I don't like having a dog I have to put outside. I had hunting dogs that lived outside. Only if it got freezing cold in the winter would we bring them in the basement or something like that. But they lived outside because you can't wash them and bathe them. It washes their protection off. That's their waterproofing. And you bathe a dog, a hunting dog, out in the winter, they'll freeze to death. That oil on them protects them from wet and everything else. But she's a house dog. We bathe her regularly. Even wash her butt when she poops. I mean, she's got a valet. But she gets out in the grass. She gets those little green jaggers, and now we got Dorothy. She brushes her. We got a nice dog brush, and we'll brush all of them off her. And she likes it. She's getting to the point where this is part of her daily routine, and she digs it. She'll lay down on her back and let you brush her all day. So she's got it made. I kind of wish I got treated like her. But I'm going to go ahead and let you go, guys. And I don't know when this is going to go up. And this is Rickshaw out.